What if I told you there are plants you can put in the ground once, and they'll keep feeding you year after year? No replanting, no fuss. Sounds like magic, right? Well, it's not. It's perennial food gardening, and today I'm revealing 15 powerhouse plants that do exactly that. Whether you're dreaming of food security, a lower maintenance garden, or just want to eat from your backyard without constant work, here are 15 perennials to plant once that will feed you forever. 1. Asparagus is the ultimate plant once, feed forever vegetable because it's a hardy perennial that comes back year after year with minimal effort. Once you plant asparagus crowns and give them a couple of years to establish, they'll reward you with fresh, tender spears every spring, often for 20 years or more. Unlike annual vegetables that need replanting each season, asparagus grows from a deep, energy-storing root system called a crown. After the harvest, the plant's tall, fern-like foliage gathers energy through photosynthesis, fueling next year's crop. With just basic care like mulching and occasional weeding, asparagus can feed you season after season without the need to replant, making it one of the best investments for a long-term, self-sufficient garden. 2. Rhubarb is a true plant once, feed forever perennial that thrives for decades with minimal care. Once planted, its thick, fleshy crowns settle in and return stronger each spring, producing an abundance of tart, ruby red stalks perfect for pies, jams, and sauces. Rhubarb is incredibly cold-hardy and resilient, often outliving the gardener who planted it. As long as you harvest wisely, only taking a portion of the stalks and allowing the plant to recover, it will keep producing year after year. With its ability to flourish in the same spot for 10, 20, or even 30 years, rhubarb is a delicious, low-maintenance staple for any long-term edible garden. 3. Egyptian walking onions are a fascinating and nearly self-sufficient plant once, feed forever crop that truly lives up to its name. Unlike traditional onions, these perennials reproduce by forming small bulbils at the top of their stalks. As the tops get heavy, they bend over and walk to new spots, planting themselves and expanding your patch year after year. You can harvest the green shoots like scallions, the underground bulbs like regular onions, and even use the top bulbils for cooking or replanting. Tough, cold-hardy, and incredibly low-maintenance, Egyptian walking onions practically take care of themselves, ensuring a continuous, renewable supply of fresh onions for decades. 4. Jerusalem artichokes, also known as sunchokes, are a perfect example of a plant once, feed forever, food crop that thrives with almost no effort. These sunflower relatives produce knobby, nutty-tasting tubers underground that you can harvest year after year. Even if you dig up most of them, any small tubers left behind will regrow the next season, often more vigorously than before. They're incredibly hardy, tolerate poor soil, and spread easily, making them a dependable and renewable food source. With their ability to come back stronger every year and their dual use as both food and pollinator-friendly flowers, Jerusalem artichokes are a powerhouse perennial for any self-sufficient garden. 5. Sea kale is a resilient and highly productive, plant once, feed forever, perennial that offers beauty and bounty year after year. Native to coastal regions, this hardy vegetable thrives in poor soil, resists drought, and tolerates salt, making it ideal for tough growing conditions. Once established, sea kale produces tender spring shoots similar to asparagus, large edible blue-green leaves, and even edible flower buds that resemble broccoli. Its deep root system allows it to regenerate season after season with very little maintenance. With multiple edible parts and a lifespan that can stretch over a decade, sea kale is a reliable, low-effort perennial that keeps on feeding you every year. 6. Sorrel is a vibrant, leafy green that earns its place as a plant once, feed forever perennial thanks to its hardiness, rapid growth, and early spring emergence. Once planted, sorrel reliably comes back year after year, often being one of the first greens to pop up after winter. Its tangy, lemony flavor adds a zesty punch to salads, soups, and sauces, and regular harvesting encourages even more growth. Sorrel thrives in a wide range of conditions, requires very little care, and can be harvested continuously throughout the growing season. With its ability to produce fresh, flavorful greens for years with minimal effort, sorrel is a must-have for any low-maintenance edible garden. 7. Good King Henry is a forgotten gem among perennial vegetables and a true plant once, feed forever crop. Once a staple in traditional European cottage gardens, this hardy green is making a comeback for good reason. After planting, it establishes deep roots and returns every spring with edible shoots that resemble asparagus and spinach-like leaves rich in iron and nutrients. Good King Henry thrives in partial shade, tolerates poor soil, and can grow for decades with little care. Harvest it regularly and it keeps producing, making it a reliable, low-maintenance source of fresh greens that will feed you year after year without replanting. 8. Tree collards are an exceptional plant once, feed forever, leafy green that can provide year-round harvest for many years with minimal upkeep. Unlike regular collards or kale, which must be replanted each season, tree collards grow as tall, woody stem perennials in mild climates, often living 5 to 10 years or more. They continuously produce tender, nutritious leaves that can be harvested as needed, making them a sustainable and reliable food source. With the ability to propagate easily from cuttings, they can also multiply and expand your garden naturally. Hardy, productive, and resilient, tree collards are a long-term leafy green solution for any self-sufficient gardener. 9. Lovage is a powerhouse, plant once, feed forever, perennial herb that combines great flavor with incredible longevity. Once established, lovage returns every year with tall, celery-like stalks and aromatic leaves that add depth to soups, stews, and salads. Its deep roots help it survive drought and poor soil conditions, making it a low-maintenance addition to any garden. Not only does lovage provide fresh, flavorful greens throughout the growing season, but it also produces seeds and flowers that attract beneficial pollinators. With minimal care, lovage will continue feeding you year after year, making it a valuable, long-lasting staple for your edible garden. 10. Horseradish is a classic plant once, feed forever perennial, known for its bold, spicy flavor and incredible hardiness. Once planted, its thick, pungent roots will keep growing and spreading underground year after year with very little effort from you. Horseradish thrives in a variety of soils, is highly resistant to pests and diseases, and can be harvested whenever you need a fiery kick for sauces, marinades, or dressings. Because it spreads easily, many gardeners find it practically impossible to get rid of, making it a reliable, renewable source of spicy roots that will keep feeding you for many years to come with just a single planting. 11. Perennial leeks, often known as elephant garlic, are an exceptional plant once, feed forever crop that combines the mild flavor of garlic with the convenience of a hardy perennial. Once planted, elephant garlic establishes a strong root system and returns every year, producing large, mild-flavored bulbs and tender green stalks that can be harvested like scallions throughout the growing season. Unlike regular garlic, which requires annual planting, elephant garlic's perennial nature means you plant it once and enjoy fresh garlic and greens for years to come. It's incredibly low maintenance, tolerates a variety of soils, and can naturalize in your garden, making it a sustainable and flavorful addition to any edible landscape. 12. Nettles, yes, stinging nettles, are a great perennial that offers a powerhouse of nutrition with very little effort. Once established, stinging nettles come back year after year, spreading easily through their deep root systems to create abundant patches of tender, nutrient-rich leaves packed with vitamins, minerals, and protein. While they do require careful harvesting with gloves to avoid their sting, nettles can be used fresh or dried for teas, soups, and stews, making them a versatile superfood. Hardy and adaptable to a wide range of soils and climates, nettles are virtually unstoppable, ensuring a sustainable, renewable food source that will keep feeding you season after season. 13. Chinese artichokes, also known as crosnies, are a unique and delightful plant once, feed forever perennial that offers crunchy, nutty-tasting tubers year after year. Once planted, these hardy tubers establish themselves underground and will return season after season, with minimal care. They thrive in a variety of soils and climates, spreading slowly but steadily, and their unusual, curly tubers add both flavor and visual interest to your garden harvest. Because they don't require replanting each year and can survive through multiple seasons, Chinese artichokes are a rare and rewarding perennial crop that continually provides a fresh, tasty treat with very little effort. 14. Scarlet runner beans are a stunning and productive plant once, feed forever perennial in warmer climates, offering both vibrant beauty and a steady food supply year after year. Once established, these vigorous climbing beans grow back from their tuberous roots, producing abundant pods loaded with nutritious beans and edible flowers that attract pollinators. Unlike common annual beans, scarlet runners don't require replanting every season in mild climates, making them a low-maintenance source of protein and garden color. Their ability to return reliably each year with minimal care makes scarlet runner beans a valuable, long-lasting addition to any sustainable garden. 15. Perpetual spinach, also known as leaf beet, is a fantastic plant once, feed forever, leafy green that keeps producing fresh, nutritious leaves season after season. Unlike traditional spinach, which is an annual and bolts quickly in warm weather, perpetual spinach is a hardy perennial that thrives in a variety of climates and resists bolting. Once planted, it grows back continuously, providing a steady supply of tender, mild-tasting greens that can be harvested repeatedly without killing the plant. Its resilience to heat, cold, and poor soil makes it an easy-care, long-lasting addition to any edible garden, ensuring you'll enjoy fresh greens year after year with minimal effort. There you have it, 15 amazing perennial plants that feed you with almost zero effort, year after year. Forget replanting, just harvest and eat. Which of these will you plant first? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a way to make your garden more productive, beautiful, and self-sustaining. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this next video on the 13 best self-seeding perennials that save you money and time. Happy gardening!